You gotta keep the devil down in the hole.
Hey everybody, this is Dead Winter Dead, and we're going to take a look today at State of Decay. It is a open world, third person view zombie survival slash RPG. You can get it on Steam for about $19.99. It's made by a company called Undead Labs. They've got a really cool logo, if anything else. And I know the market right now is saturated with zombie games, but this is actually a pretty unique one. Here's a look at all of the rides I have collected. I think we'll take the Sheriff ride, a little bit of Rick Grimes action, Season 1 Walking Dead, for those of you Walking Dead fans out there. It's a pretty unique game. It's fun. It's really ambitious on the part of Undead Labs. From what I understand, they're a pretty small company, and it looks really good. I'm playing this on PC, and it's a really good, really clean looking game. The animations are pretty smooth, and I suppose if I had to describe it, I think another YouTuber at some point described it as a cross between I guess maybe Left 4 Dead and GTA, or an open world zombie game with cars. It's a really neat, a really unique game. And the thing that drew me to it was, first of all, the open world aspect of it. Those of us who like zombie games have always kind of dreamed of this open world survival type game where you had to manage your inventory and manage your equipment, and you have to do that in this game. Early on in the game, you end up hooking up with a group of survivors, and as the community grows, you have to manage your resources. Food, ammunition, melee weapons, fuel, building materials. You have to kind of upgrade and slowly protect the area that you live in. Now, there is sort of a story to it. I know that Undead Labs is working on a sandbox type mode that really is just kind of you do whatever you want and hook up with, I guess, random groups that you find out there. But the other cool thing about this is you can actually switch players. Right now, I'm playing as the introductory character, the character that you start off playing. But there are certain points in the game where you can actually switch players, and the player that you were playing becomes an AI controlled player. The other really cool thing about this game is nobody's safe. Anybody, pretty much anybody in the game so far that I've seen, can be killed. And right here, this is one of kind of the chilling moments. Here I am searching this area. Okay, what am I gonna do? I think I'll load this. Wait a minute, there are 3 zombies. All of a sudden, these zombies just show up, and it was this quiet moment in the vet's lab where I was trying to find some meds, and these zombies just show up. And me being stupid, I forgot to equip my melee weapon, so they're getting the better of me right now. But my buddies come in, and they start helping me out, and luckily I lived through this. But back to my point, the cool thing about this is that nobody's safe. If that had been a different situation, say I had been alone on this mission. I mean, you can't be alone on this particular mission because it's a scripted mission. But if I had been alone if I had been doing a run into town trying to get some meds or some weapons or something just on my own, just looking for stuff, and I had gotten caught like that, I would probably be dead. And when one of the characters dies, that's it. It's permadeath. They die, they're gone, and you are automatically transferred to the control of another one of the survivors back at the home base. And what's cool is that you have the option to go back to the scene of where the previous character died and pick up all of their gear. So it's not like all their equipment is completely lost, but you do have to go back and recover it from where they actually perished. Now, one of the characters that I'm with here, the fish and wildlife guy, his name's Alan, I believe. It's Alan and Sam. Sam's this kind of a tough girl type thing, and Alan is this wannabe cop. I guess he was a park ranger or Fish and Wildlife or Department of Natural Resources. Always just Mr. Tough Guy. Don't do this, don't do that, and he has a lot of sound ideas. But what I do to him in a minute here is pretty pretty inhumane. Just because throughout this entire mission and ever since myself and one of my other friends and a female survivor that we had found in the initial stages of the game, when we hooked up with this group, he was just upset with us the entire time, just pissed off. He didn't want to help us out. And here I try to get back into the car because I'm thinking, well, let's get in the car, let's get out of here. And Alan's like, no, we're not going to get in the car. Cars make too much noise. We need to go on foot. All right, fine, Alan. Whatever. We'll go on foot. Especially since I can't progress the mission any forward unless I do what he says. Now I haven't played through a whole lot of the campaign. I've really just been kind of just sandboxing it, myself. So I'm not sure how this ends, but it's really fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it right now. Here we're still on foot, and if you can see that up ahead, there's if you see on the mini map that giant kind of red triangle up front it's what's called a horde, and it's like 7 or 8, I guess between maybe 8 and 12 zombies that are just moving in a big horde, and if you attract their attention, all of a sudden they just swarm you. So we're moving along, and I'm kind of skirting the perimeter of this parking lot, trying not to attract this horde, because any sound you make will attract them. If you're running, or if you fire a weapon, or if you use a blunt object and hit another zombie and it's a really loud crack to the skull, vehicle lights, flashlights, vehicles driving, trying to shore up a window, because there's when you're in a building, you can actually barricade windows, and that attracts them. But right here, as you can see, oh my God, there's 2 hordes, and we're basically right in between them. So we don't want to attract what would basically amount to between 16 and 24 zombies on us. But Alan, the genius that he is, he runs right smack dab right into the face of a horde there, and as you can see, I just stand there and watch him. I just watch him because he was being a pain in my ass. So you know what, screw you, I'll let you die. I'll come get your equipment later. But I find myself a nice Firebird. I have another one back at the conveniently with the same paint job back at the hideout, but I will take this one, and I'm gonna pick up Sam, and we're gonna head back home and finish this mission, because Alan didn't like cars, so fine, he doesn't get a ride. But I get an attack of conscience. I figure, well, let's go see if Alan's dead yet. And as it turns out, he's not dead yet. He's still fighting. So he's killed a few of these zombies, and he's still fighting, but they got him on the ground now. So I come in, I finally equipped my hatchet, and it's on. It's just on. I might not like Alan, but I hate zombies even worse. So I help Alan out, and this is kind of you see how my character is kind of walking. He's not only is he injured, he's also fatigued. So if you run a lot, or if you do a lot of melee actions, your character actually is physically affected, like in the game world. You don't just all of a sudden you can't run. It's your character physically does an animation where he's tired. And right there, a little 360 action. I misjudged the power of that Firebird. But anyway, guys, this is a pretty neat game. Again, it's called State of Decay. About $20 on Steam for PC players. I think it's also out for Xbox. But if you like zombie games, open world games, this game has a lot of potential. So if you got the extra coin, check it out. It might be worth your time. Anyway, my name's Dead Winter Dead. Thanks for watching.